This is the story of a hitman who enters a building and starts killing everyone one by one. But no one knows why he is doing this. The story begins at the headquarters of Daning Pharmaceutical Company. In an elevator, we see an employee named John Ferguson. While in the elevator, John opens his bag in front of his companion and reveals a gun. He takes the gun, goes to a floor where everyone is working and starts shooting people one by one. Chaos erupts everywhere. John then comes back downstairs. When he reaches the lobby, he sees the police have arrived. Seeing them, he says, "Someone had to take this step." Then he shoots himself. News of this spreads rapidly. The media tells the world the full truth. Daning Pharmaceutical is about to launch a new drug that's been widely discussed. However, this drug is also causing severe problems. It has already killed 3 people. Because of this, a lawsuit is being brought against Daning Pharmaceutical. The company is trying its best to hide everything and prevent this information from getting out. Their stock price is falling day by day, but the company is still not ready to give up. Now, many lawyers see an opportunity. We see a law firm, and a lawyer named Alan is going to fight a case against Daning Pharmaceutical. He then hires a man named Tom as his assistant, telling him his job will be to collect all the evidence and files. Tom starts his work. Every week, he has to update his ID card, so he updates it at the beginning of the week. He then goes to meet his boss, Alan. He tells Alan that the most important witness for this case was John, the man who shot himself. Tom says, "That's why I think I can bring all the people who have had a heart attack to testify against that company." Alan dismisses this, saying there's no point. He says they are small people, have no money, and his company will never waste its time on them. Tom is a very capable man and pays attention to everything. A little while ago, another case came to the firm and he researched it. He sent his full report to his other boss. Today, this other boss calls him into his office. He tears up Tom's report right in front of him and says, "Whatever work you have been given, you should only focus on that, not on all these other things. You can go now." Tom then comes out of the office. Just then, Alan comes out and tells everyone that the internet connection is down, causing a lot of trouble. He says there's no point in staying in the office, so everyone can go home for the day. When everyone starts to leave, Alan comes to Tom and says, "I read your report, the one you made on the other case. It was a huge mistake, and I can't keep people like you in my company. I am firing you from my company right now. Go away from here." Tom doesn't like this. He takes all his things and leaves. As Tom leaves, he sees a stranger in the elevator whom he has never seen in the building before. Tom's attention is fixed on this man. The man gets out and puts his bag in the main hall, then leaves. Tom doesn't understand what's happening. Just then, another man comes, picks up that briefcase, and goes into the elevator. Tom is completely confused. He starts to follow that man to see which floor he's going to. But as soon as he tries to go through the security gates, he realizes that his card is not working anymore. Because of that, he can't go upstairs. He starts to walk out of the building. As he comes out, he sees that the first man is still standing outside, waiting for someone. Tom can't stop himself. He signals to the guard and tells him to start the elevator. He comes up from the elevator. After coming up, he sees that a colleague of his, whose name is Roger, is still working. Even though everyone was told to leave, he's still there. Tom starts suspecting Roger. He sees Roger working at his desk. When he goes over to him, he sees that Roger has a file which Tom had also seen a while ago. Now Tom wants to know the whole truth. That's why he starts his phone's camera and puts it in a mug next to the desk so that everything gets recorded. He then walks to the other side of the office. That's when he sees the man who came up with the briefcase. He is messing with some wires. Tom starts watching these things secretly. Just then, a female lawyer comes and asks the man, "What are you doing here? Show me your card." The man says, "I just came from maintenance, so I don't have a card." But the lawyer doesn't trust him. She says that she will call the security guard. As soon as she turns around and tries to make a call, the man shoots the woman in the head. That's when we know that the man is a hitman. His job is to kill people. Now Tom is very scared. He runs outside to inform the security guard. But as soon as he opens the door to the security office, he sees that the guard's dead body is lying inside on the toilet seat. As soon as he moves the body, an automatic flush starts. Tom gets scared. After a little while, we see that the killer has also come to the washroom. He washes his hands and talks to himself. While talking, he says that he might need the keys that the security guard has. As soon as Tom hears this, he slides down to hide in the other toilet stall. The killer comes into the stall, takes the keys, the security guard's gun, and his walkie-talkie. On the other side, we see Tom. As soon as he moves from the toilet seat, an automatic flush starts. But at that exact moment, the killer had also started a flush, so he doesn't hear it. The killer comes out immediately, breaks the walkie-talkie, and starts walking ahead. He first goes and turns off the fire sensor so that no water comes out if there is a fire. Then, after going into the office, he puts down a bomb so that he can blow it up while leaving. On the other side, Tom is also busy. He runs to Roger and tells him the whole story. He says that there is a man inside who has a gun in his hand, and he is killing people one by one. He killed the lawyer and he also killed the security guard. "If you stay here," Tom says, "then he will kill you too. Come with me." Roger starts running with him. As soon as they come inside the elevator, they realize that the elevator is not working. Then they go to the other door. They see that the door handle has also been broken by the killer. Then Roger comes back inside and says that he will contact the police from the internet. But after starting the computer, he realizes that the internet connection has also been disconnected. The two of them realize that the killer is coming toward them. They hide under a desk. The killer comes and looks around. He looks at the computer, which is still on. He realizes that someone is still here. He turns off the computer and leaves. Then they both run to Alan's office. The office door does not open. Then Tom tells Roger, "Give your key card to me so that I can open the door. I will try to go inside and inform Alan. Until then, you go and look for your phone. As soon as you get the phone, try to call for help." Roger does the same. Roger reaches his old desk. He gets his phone. First, he calls his wife to tell her everything. Then he sees that the killer is standing behind him with a gun to his head. The killer signals for him to tell his wife that everything is fine, or he will kill him. Roger does as he is told. As soon as Roger hangs up, the killer asks him, "Tell me who else is working here. If there is someone else, tell me right now." Roger lies and says, "There is no one other than me." After hearing this, the killer takes out a wire and starts strangling Roger. All of these things are being recorded on Tom's phone. From a distance, Tom sees that the killer has reached Roger's area. He runs to the next room and starts looking for a knife so that he can go to the killer and save Roger's life. But by the time he comes back with the knife, he sees that there is no one here. Roger has also disappeared. Then Tom sees his phone. He takes the phone and tries to call 911, but the call gets disconnected. Before that, the battery of his phone dies because it was on for a long time. He immediately finds the charger and puts the phone on charge. Slowly, Tom starts walking towards the office. Then he sees that Roger's dead body is lying there. Meanwhile, he sees that the killer has arrived, and the killer is talking to someone on the phone. Tom comes running back and hides in the other room. He sees that the dead body of the lawyer is lying here. On the other side, the killer is very angry. He has called someone and is telling him, "You told me that there will be no one in the office, but there are people here who are trying to kill me." He keeps shouting and saying these things and keeps dragging Roger's body. Then Tom leaves. Meanwhile, the killer sees Alan's office. He sees that there is a jacket inside the door. He understands that there must be someone here. As soon as he moves a little further, a phone rings. Tom's phone is now charged, and as soon as the phone turns on, the bell rings. After hearing the bell, the killer comes back. He sees the phone. Then he gets a call from a girl named Anna, who is Tom's girlfriend. He disconnects the call, goes to the settings, and checks who is calling. He finds Tom's name. As soon as he gets to the gallery, he sees that a video was recorded when he was killing Roger. He immediately deletes the video. As soon as he deletes it, the killer shouts Tom's name, trying to make him reveal himself. Tom is busy, desperately trying to call for help. First, he tries to set off the fire alarm by bringing fire near the sensor, hoping to alert the fire department. But he doesn't know that the killer has already disabled the sensor. Tom then thinks of another idea and sets a dustbin on fire, hoping people in the next building will see the smoke and call for help. Just as a neighbor is about to notice the fire, the killer discovers something is burning. He immediately grabs a fire extinguisher and heads towards the flames. Tom sees him approaching and quickly flees the room. The killer starts putting out the fire. Then, he notices the neighbor looking over. He quickly picks up his phone and pretends to call for help, which calms the neighbor down. This killer is very clever. He knows exactly what to do and when. Meanwhile, Tom continues his efforts. He goes to an outside computer and tries to generate a new access card. Suddenly, the killer appears. Tom quickly turns off the monitor and hides under the table, unnoticed by the killer. After the killer leaves, Tom first resets all existing access cards to trap the killer. He then makes a new card for himself and runs upstairs. After a short while, he reaches Alan's office. He sees that Alan is there, along with another woman. Tom is terrified. He tells Alan that a man is loose, killing everyone. Alan doesn't seem to understand what Tom is saying. Then, a bullet hits Alan's door, and Tom realizes the killer has arrived. He hides. The killer then comes inside and shoots Alan. When Alan sees the killer, he seems to recognize him. The other woman, however, is terrified. She starts to pull out a gun. As soon as the killer notices this, he shoots the woman, and she dies. The killer then points his gun at Alan and tells him to stay inside his office. He says this and leaves. Tom comes out from his hiding spot and asks, "What's happening? And who is that woman?" Alan explains that the woman was from the Gambigi family, whose entire family was killed. "You made a file on this family's murder case," Alan tells Tom. "This woman wanted to testify against her husband's murder, but that man killed her. Maybe the gangsters sent him to clean up everything." Tom insists, "We have to leave as soon as possible." They run outside. They then see the killer trying to break down a door with an axe, the door behind which all the evidence is stored. Tom had reset all the locks so the killer can't open the door. After a while, the killer gets tired. He knows the door is bulletproof and won't break. We see Alan and Tom outside, near a computer. They realize the killer has come there. They hide under the table. The killer shouts Tom's name and yells, "You have to come out. If you don't, I will kill the guard." He then names the guard. Tom whispers to Alan, "What's the guard's nickname? Tell me. We will call him by his nickname." The killer won't know that. After some silence, the killer realizes they are trying to trick him. He then moves to do something else. He goes to the elevator, knowing that as soon as they see the elevator, they'll try to use it to escape. This plan works. Tom and Alan come out and see the guard's dead body, with U1 written on it. They move forward and then hear a phone ringing. Tom doesn't know whose phone it is. As soon as he picks it up, he sees his own number on the screen. He realizes the killer must have used his phone to call Tom's. Alan understands this as well. Then Alan tries to move, but a bullet hits his shoulder. Tom immediately grabs Alan and runs. First, they go to one room. The killer arrives. The door isn't strong, so he breaks the lock and comes inside. Then they go to a second office. This door isn't strong either. Tom thinks he can call the police from there, but the killer can't be reached by phone. The killer then reaches them. He announces that he will kill them in 10 minutes if they don't come out now. Tom screams. The killer grabs Alan and pulls him out, yelling, "I told you there should be no one in the office. Then what are all these people doing here?" At this point, we discover that the killer and the person he was talking to on the phone earlier are working together. The killer immediately activates the bomb. Then Alan emerges. As soon as Alan steps out, Tom closes the door. The bomb inside is now active. With the keycard, the killer tries to open the door, but it doesn't open. He then looks at Tom. Tom looks back at him and reveals that the keycard the killer has isn't real. Tom made a photocopy of it and pasted it over a fake card, so the killer was fooled. The killer is now trapped. The bomb explodes and all the files inside start burning. the killer's situation worsens. He desperately tries to put out the fire, but it rages on. After a while, the killer falls unconscious. Seeing this, Tom goes inside and drops an entire container, likely a fire suppressant, to extinguish the flames. As soon as the fire is out, he sees the killer get up again. He starts attacking Tom. A fierce fight breaks out. Then, to save Tom, Anna arrives. The killer also kills Anna. Tom, fueled by rage and despair, gets up again and attacks the killer until he falls down. But the killer slowly begins to stir again, taking his last breaths. Tom goes to him. Before dying, the killer says a number, 1122, and then dies. Tom doesn't understand what it means. He takes the keys from the killer's pocket and tells Anna, who is now dead. So this might be a narrative slip or a misinterpretation of Tom's actions in shock to activate the lift. Then he goes to see the files, the ones the killer was trying to steal. After seeing the file, he realizes there's a lot of evidence that can destroy Daning Pharmaceutical. He sees the killer's phone and presses the code 1122. He sees Alan's number everywhere. Then he realizes that Alan had called the killer here. Tom asks Alan why he did this. Alan replies that the people of this company are more dangerous than the mafia. He explains, after winning this case, they offered me much more money than what I would have gotten if I lost it. But until I had this evidence, I couldn't lose the case. And Roger knew about all this. That's why I called the killer to kill Roger and destroy all the evidence, so I could lose this case. Alan then tells Tom to take some money if he keeps his mouth shut. Tom retorts, I am not a beggar like you. This pharmaceutical company has taken a lot of lives. And if this case is lost, it will take more lives again. He takes the file and leaves. When Alan sees this, he goes to the window. He knows that if the truth comes out, he will go to jail. That's why he kills himself. As soon as Tom comes down with Anna, he sees that the police have also arrived. Then we see the man who had come earlier with a gun who gave the killer the briefcase. When he comes inside, he sees what Tom has done. Tom had put those evidence files in the photocopy machine, and thousands of copies are now coming out. The man immediately contacts the company people. The company then issues a new contract and assigns another hitman to kill Tom. These people aren't going to give up, and perhaps Tom won't give up until he brings the truth to the world. And with this, the film ends. So, friends, our video ends here today. If you liked our video, then like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.